What did we watch, guys? What did we watch today? It's embarrassment.
Slaps.
That's what it is. Welcome to the Heron Heads podcast, your first stop for all things in Miami. My name is Chris. I am joined today by Jose and David. We're missing Julio today. He's out doing some fun Mother's Day shenanigans out there. Today, as you all know, if you're joining us, you know exactly what happened today with Inter Miami. We're going to be going over this embarrassing, just despicable loss that happened against Minnesota United. Nothing went right today. Everything was ugly, and yeah, it's just not what we want to see right now. But before we get into that, let's just want to give a quick shout out to our chief Heron Heads, Chow and Marivi. We appreciate all of your support. If you can support us, if you can help us out, we do have a Patreon link below. If you want to help us out, just click the link. It'll take you to Patreon. It says as little as $2, or it could be a chief Heron Head, whatever you can. If you cannot do that, just like and subscribe. It greatly helps us. We appreciate it, and it's free 99, so it'll help us out a lot if you do that. But without further ado, I gotta open one for that one.
Smart.
What do you guys think about today?
Well, I was bothered watching, and then I had to hear the. Did you hear the tidbit that Gressel said? Apparently, in the game leading up to it, leading up to the game, he said that he said in the locker room on Saturday that he said they will be good for 30 minutes, and then after that, the loons will get their chance. So that I don't know if that's something to also be looking at. Like I never even thought about that, but I guess he's saying like, "Yo, wait 30 minutes, and these guys are gonna tire out."
That's like they're rope-a-dope us. That's what it feels like. And I even said it in the Discord. I was like, the longer this goes without us getting on the scoreboard, the more likely it is for the other team to win, because they just kind of have to like withstand that like first attack from us, and then we have a hard time catching up. Like that's what I've noticed with this club right now is that they really struggle when it comes to from playing from behind, which is pretty funny because last season that was their MO, going down early and then surging back. There is no surge in this club, and it's kind of embarrassing when you have the offensive pieces that they have.
And that's playing out there without Suarez, who we've all complained about, saying he's that old guy out there that can't run around, that can't keep up, and can't do
Yeah,
anything. But Mascherano really switched it up today. I'm gonna bring up the lineup up here for
yeah.
everyone to
You
see.
you you take Suarez out, but then you don't replace him.
Like what is this? For those of you on YouTube, if you're listening, we put the lineup on here. We have our back line again. Lujan is starting at center back. Why is Falcons not starting again? And then we got Cello, which we know he has his ups and downs. He's okay. Nothing to write home about. That's our back line right there. And then the crazy part is this midfield that he just came up with. He started all three: Busquets, Busi, and Redondo. I don't even know what he was going for there. He had Redondo kind of staying a little back. Bright was kind of pushing up at times or often. And yeah, it's just a little odd there. And then up top in the attack, he had Segovia on the left. He had Benja on the right, and he had Messi playing that striker false nine kind of thing going on there, which produced absolutely nothing all match. It like they no one just knew what to do in that formation and in that lineup that he brought out. So I don't know.
That's the biggest problem is, yes, we like Messi up front and forward in the attack. However, there's no creativity in the midfield when you have Messi that far up. And then how often did we see Messi just not touch the ball? And then when he did, it's easy for them to just crash on him. There's just we're back to that just aimlessly passing the ball around, hoping for something to get through. And then when it did, nothing came of it. There's not. Unfortunately, we don't have the luxury of putting Messi way up front. He needs to be able to control the middle of the field and create from there, which is why you would expect to see Owando at striker. Maybe Fafa has an excuse because he had a migraine, so he didn't play today. But Allende, for him to be coming on after the 60th minute, is by then the damage was done too. It's just Mascherano cannot be
We're gonna
a
get
good
embarrassed
tactician,
in
and
the
that's
Club World Cup, bro. We're gonna get embarrassed.
I mean, we all kind of had an idea we're gonna get embarrassed there anyways, but now it's gonna be even worse
Whoa,
if we
Chris,
keep up with this.
I legit thought that we would have an opportunity to probably be. Maybe we could beat a Porto, or just God forbid get past the first stage of it. I don't.
Not
like
not even
this.
close. Not like this. Not like
Not
this.
like this, man. In our best, we stand a chance against some lowly teams in Europe like that, that are in there. But like this,
You know what was a little frustrating with today too, and we saw a lot of crossing going in. There was a lot of crosses trying to get in. Alba had a lot. Benga had a couple, and we could do nothing with it. This is kind of a tactic that we wanted during the CONCACAF matchups. We were dying for them to cross it in to just break that low block, and we never saw it. And now all of a sudden we're doing it now with no man to get it to, with no number 9 to get it to in the middle. That's what we decided to do today. It
bro,
doesn't make any sense.
this is the thing. When I look at that lineup, right? I don't know about you guys, but I see a very defensive lineup. That's what I see. And they said on the broadcast as well. They're like, "Well, it's a seemingly very defensive broadcast." I mean, it's a seemingly very defensive lineup out here. We let up 4 goals.
I see a very possession-heavy lineup, which
Yeah,
the
and we
stats
did it.
proves it. Yeah, we had a
We
bunch
did
of
it.
possession.
We
Did
had
nothing.
73% possession the whole game.
Did
We
absolutely nothing with it.
595 passes, 86% accurate. These are great stats in the sense of whoa, you would think you dominated the game, but absolutely not. We're just getting murdered out there.
Yeah.
Just giving opportunities. Like they had a total. They had 5 total shots. They had 5 total shots on goal compared to us having 2.94 xG, us 0.36. Those aren't very crazy numbers, but it's just that they made the most of their opportunities. We did not.
Cello also made most of their opportunities too with his
He took advantage of. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was watching that play, and I think we could take off this lineup. It's pissing me off.
Yeah.
I was there watching the game, and I looked at my son. I told him whatever, and then I looked back, and Cello just spiked it in there. I was like, "What a goal for Cello!" Yes, I was about to start writing on the Discord. Thank God I wouldn't have, because you guys would have blasted that. I was like, "What a goal by Cello!" And I was like, "Oh,
just sad.
Wow,
sad.
Just spiked it in there. I don't get it. What was he doing there?"
I mean, he did something very similar before, but that one looked scary. But in reality, even if the goalkeeper had let it go, it would have just gone out of bounds for a corner. But I think he gained confidence after that first one. He's like, "Oh, I can do it again." But this time he just put too much mustard on it. It skipped right over freaking the goalkeeper. It's insane. It's just he's not a smart guy. He's not a smart guy.
He should not be out there, and we're gonna keep saying it, and we've said it forever, and we're gonna keep saying it forever. He should not be out there. Frey should be out there. Frey, when did he put Frey in today? At the 75th minute or something like that?
Yeah, he put him in with the loser squad, basically.
Yeah, we were down 4-1 already.
He put in Alfonso. He put in who was the third sub?
It was Frey, Alfonso, and Toto.
Yeah, the white flag, waving the white flag group, which is embarrassing because Frey should not be in the same breath as those guys.
He shouldn't be. You see him pushing the ball up. He has great dribbling skills. He holds possession very well, and he gets the ball into the box. And Cello, yeah, he does it sometimes, but Frey, you see it constantly doing it, and we are not seeing it. There's something underlying there. It's the Drake treatment. It's the Gressel treatment. And apparently Obando's getting that same treatment too, because he's not seeing any minutes either.
The thing is, if their plan was to whip it in like that, have a freaking point person. Like they didn't to not have a true 9, and that's your offensive strategy. What are we doing? It's so frustrating. Like with Tata, at least his stuff was mind-boggling, but you can kind of see where he was trying to figure what he was doing, and they could still score on offense.
He had an identity.
Yeah.
Whether we agreed with it or not, he had an identity. It was his wingbacks flying up, creating that attack, and that's what it was. But
put Robert Taylor right back. We were big fans of that
doesn't
always.
make any sense. Yeah, we're.
The
I'm not
dude
saying
abide
that was any
says-
better, but
The dude abide says that Obando is injured. If he's injured, that's the first I've heard of it because I haven't heard that he's injured at all. The one that I give a pass for not playing today was Fafa. Fafa he traveled to the team, but apparently he didn't leave the hotel because he had a migraine. That's the one that I'll give him a pass. But still, like to not have Allende in this starting lineup is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. If you're not gonna have Suarez out there, you're not gonna have Obando out there. You're not gonna have Allende out there. You're not expecting the score. Like if your constant complaint is that there's Messi Pendeja, you get stuck with only Messi in the attack. What are you gonna get?
Maybe we just really miss Suarez.
no,
he leads the MLS with six assists.
no, we don't miss Suarez. We don't miss Suarez. We just play the wrong, incorrect people, incorrect players. That's all it is, and it's Mascherano's fault. Completely 100%. The players suck today. I'm not going to defend anyone tonight. Really, everyone sucked. Messi was fine, I guess. He scored, right? He had a nice goal, but everyone sucked. Everyone sucked from Mascherano all the way to Lujan, top to bottom. Everyone
I was watching this game, and for the first time, I felt like this guy's not going to re-sign with us. Why would he sign an extension? Play with these guys. Play like this. Play like this. You think he wants to get destroyed in Minnesota? He's never going back to Minnesota ever again.
First
never
and
going
last
back.
time.
First and last. He's like, why am I here? In the headquarters of Target. Is that it? Am I right?
Yeah, it is.
In front of a sold out crowd of 19,700. Couldn't even break the record. We couldn't even break the record over there of 19,954. You know what I'm saying?
The stadium was full, though.
Justin Jefferson was there.
He was there. It said, I read a headline, all the stars are out.
They only showed him. And the announcers are like, oh, do you know who that is? And he's like, yes, Justin Jefferson. And I go, what position does he play? And he goes, the NFL.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Vice Rosa says the only player we have not seen for a while is Baltasar, and he has an option to be permanent for the club. I hope he is a good signing like Falcon. I expected to see him today a little bit. I didn't expect him to start, and I expected to see him a little bit. But
what's another midfielder? Am I right? We put literally all the other ones in there.
A midfielder with potential, and
yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah,
I'm agreeing with you. It's like you literally put what we hit. We were missing what Allende, I guess.
No, he played.
No, I know.
He played later, yeah.
But in the starting lineup, I was like, okay, like who's left to play? So I was like, who do we have to look forward to seeing now?
Santi Morales.
Yeah, he didn't play. You know what? And I think he might have been useful in today's match because he creates.
I'll tell you what. That midfield of Redondo, Busi, and Bright, scratch it off Mascherano because that does not work.
Well, you could do that. Just you can't have Segovia be your winger at that point. You can't have that many midfielders. Segovia and Kremaski, it's just so stupid. It is just so opportunities
stupid. Today. Alba whipped it in twice, so early in the game, and I feel like we still had a chance to, to maybe get a good result. Look, we were rocked 4-1 because I think we kind of quit at the end. It is where it is. Like I don't think it's so much that we were tired, like Gressel saying now, and he's happy about it. But like ultimately, I don't think that's what happened. I think we got down a few goals, and I think the team was like.
I mean, after the own goal.
Yeah, after the own goal, they're like
it was 2-1, and then you got that own goal, and then right after that they scored the fourth goal.
Yeah,
it came real quick right after the own goal.
I envision like Segovia looking at Chelo and Chelo banging in the back of the net, and he probably was like, "I'm out, get me out of here."
Who, Chelo?
Anybody? Yeah. When
I wish Chelo said that. Right
no.
Started.
The team said that. Like when everybody saw him just bang,
Freedom to dream, also freedom to dream about a good manager. Right now, it's more like freedom to have a nightmare because that's every match lately has been a freaking nightmare, not a dream.
Well, this is funny.
Yep.
Chelo,
Hello,
Redondo, and
Redondo and
Crema
Crema
are the
are the
axis
axis
of
of evil.
evil.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad because
Sounds
I
right.
said in the Discord today, I'm like, Crema is just pissing me off. Like every time he's out there, I just get more and more upset. Today, I felt like Noah Allen took a huge step back. I don't want to say that everyone's regressing, but it feels like everyone's regressing. And if it's across the board, it's on Mascherano. There's
Oh, 100%.
there's no way around it. And it stinks because Noah Allen took a huge step forward this season. And in this match in particular, I felt like he was getting bullied up and down the pitch. He was in the right position often, but I don't know how many times he got pushed off the ball and people will go around him. He got nutmegged a couple times. It's upset.
Worse.
And then you can't then
Worse.
I don't want to see like I don't want to seem like I'm picking on Noah Allen because at least he's on a guy. Yes, he's getting his ass beat every 5 seconds, but then you have Luhan looking for grasshoppers in the grass by himself, and then everybody else is passing right through. It's brutal. It's just brutal. I don't understand anything. I don't get anything. I don't understand.
I think Noah's regression today, I guess you could say,
Mhm.
is in part because Falcon's not out there. You know, Noah has had a great season. He really has. He's had a great season. But think about the times that we've seen him look really, really great. It's with Falcon next to him. And that's what we've all said. We need Falcon and Noah Allen pairing. He has Luhan next to him. Luhan is a complete nightmare. He is a liability and he should not be starting ever. And Mascherano has el peo atravesado to say not have any other phrase to use with Luhan.
Zuzu.
And Luhan is just nothing. He provides nothing out there. He's a turnstile. He's I don't know. And but anyways, back to my point. That's why Noah Allen I think had such a bad game. You know, it's too much just for him to be manning back there because Luhan is nothing. But
What do you have in your hand, Chris? What is that? I saw you. Oh,
beer
it looked like a flip phone almost. I was like, what the hell is that?
flip phone.
People just keep flooding the comments. There's been 3 messages about it. Flooding about Xavi and Zidane. I don't know. The thing is that I just see this right now, and I see today, and I saw today's lineup, and I was like, this is destined for nowhere. Like, we're not gonna do anything with this lineup. There's no way. I just don't see a possibility. I don't know. But like there was times that I don't know if you guys noticed it. Like Alba had, and I don't know if I finished the thought on that, where Alba whipped it in twice that I remember. I think then I went on a tangent about something else. He whipped it in twice, and it was beautiful shots just into the back of the to the back.
No one home.
And
Nobody.
no one was home, and it was such perfect balls placement. And they were talking about on the broadcast where it was like, bro, like you gotta be there. You got and if you watch that replay, the second one specifically, because that was Crema straight up. It was for Crema, and if he just maintained just run. He should have been running like his gazelle and his little hair flying, and he was not running fast. He kind of like if you saw the replay, like he slowed down.
That's been him all season. Is my biggest gripe with him is when you get to the attacking third, he is constantly pulling on the e-brake. Whether it's the ball finds him at the top of the box and it's just natural for him to move forward and like take the shot or do the next pass forward, he either takes the ball and completely halts and passes it back, or he always seems to kill the momentum of the play. And in that instance, it happened to him several times today where instead of continuing the natural flow and following the play, he would have been in the right spot for a tap in. And he's not. He's so unsure in the box. And again, we have to point the finger at Mascherano because it's not just Crema with an issue. It's everybody across the board, but he's clearly an issue right now.
I said in the Discord, if you haven't joined the Discord, go ahead and click the link down there and join it. I said in the Discord, Bang has been playing out of position all season. He's not a right wing. He's not a left wing. He's not a winger. He is a midfielder, and that's just what he is. He doesn't have the speed to fly up the wings. He doesn't really have that precision to cross, to play on the wings and cross it into the box. You see it once in a while, but it's not one of his best traits. His best traits is his engine. He needs to be a midfielder. He needs to be kind of that box-to-box midfielder because that's what he is, and Mascherano is just not helping him. Was he a great midfielder to begin with? We haven't seen flashes of that since when Messi first got in.
Ryan Sailor. We haven't seen that since Ryan Sailor.
Ryan Sailor, jeez, get that guy out of my
Since
face.
Christoph. Since Christoph, am I right?
I don't want to hear that name.
Why not?
Goodness.
We never got blown out like this.
I mean, Bang has playing out of position, so it just sucks to see. And multiple players are playing out of position. Segovia is not a left wing, and he keeps playing left wing. He is a midfielder. He is an attacking midfielder. He plays at 10 position. He is not a left wing, and Mascherano keeps on putting him there. We've seen his best action as a midfielder, not as a freaking left wing.
That being said, on Messi's goal, Segovia was in a great spot, and I think it was a big contributing factor to that goal. He stretched out the defense in the box, and that's a big reason why Messi had space to score.
Yeah. Oh.
So good job, Segovia.
Yeah. So that said, ready to get into some ratings there, Jose?
I hate it.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
And now it's time for Jose's most and least of the match, presented by SofaScore.
So what do you guys have on our least of the match? Who are we talking?
Oh man,
I feel bad doing it. I feel bad doing it, but I'm gonna say Ustari because he allowed 4 goals.
Yeah,
but my second place would be Cello for his fantastic own goal.
Yeah, that's a very.
We on the fence about this, Dave? It's one or the other. I don't understand.
I'm gonna.
I said Ustari is my first place.
Okay, Ustari.
My honorable mention is Cello.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep picking on Lujan. I think he's just garbage out there.
He shouldn't be to pick on anybody, Chris. Yeah.
Every week I feel like I say Lujan because he keeps starting
on him.
Jesus.
All right, so least of the match. If I didn't see the scores, I would have thought Ustari pissed me off a lot also. But Cello, for me, took the cake when he got the moment. Like
the moment you stopped
cheering. The moment I cheered for his goal and I realized it was an own goal, and then I was like, what an idiot.
What sucks is that he had such a good defensive stop literally 10 seconds before that. Great play. He was in the right position, headed it out.
Feeling himself. He's like,
I can do no wrong. I'm going to tell you, this is how I saw that play. I saw him banging in the back. I was like, wow, what a goal. And then I was like, I looked at his face and he's like not happy. I was like, this guy would be freaking his pearly whites would be freaking shining like crazy. What's going on here? He looks pissed off. And then I was like, oh my God, they're all celebrating. It's just it doesn't look right. The way that whole play, it just doesn't look right. It looks like he forgot he was on defense, straight up. That's exactly what it looks like. Because there's no way he could possibly, as hard as he hit it, there's no way he thought that it was hitting it towards the goal. I don't understand what he thought there. Did you guys think that? What do you think happened there?
What are you doing? What happened to the ratings?
He's getting there. He's getting to
I'm getting there. I'm keeping it, But what do you think happened on that play exactly? Because that's literally what we're talking about here. Like that's why it was so bad.
He was trying to head it to Ustari.
You think that's what he was doing? You don't think that was
100%? He did it. He did it like 10 minutes before.
He did it on his chest.
Right.
That's the one that I said, "Oh my God, this is horrible." And then he did that.
That's what I said. He felt confident about it. He had the really good block then after. So he's like, I can do no wrong. It's kind of like in Chell when I call for the pass and like things, it's like, oh, only good things can happen. It's the exact same thing. He was thinking the same thing. Only good things can happen when I touch the ball. Boom, goal. Fudge.
He's like, I never score. There's no way that's going into the net.
Only good things happen when I touch the ball.
So SofaScore says Ustari is 5.9 and he's the worst, at least in the match. And I would agree. I mean, there's some that there was one that was particularly that I thought he could have. Literally, what I thought was Drake would have stopped that one. There's one.
I never think that.
There's one that I thought. Why? Because I think Drake lunges a lot of times out to get a ball, and maybe he would have caught it, but he likes to do that Superman punch. It was the one that was the throw-in that it bounced off of somebody's head, and then it went towards the back, and somebody was able to head it in. I thought there was enough reaction time where that could have been blocked. It wasn't like a super.
Would have been on the floor.
It was like in the air for forever. I was like, when is it going to come down? And then I was like, all right, it's gonna obviously hit that guy's head. And I'm like, what is happening? Why is nobody stopping this? And like, so that's when I thought initially. I was like, all right, Drake could have probably done something there. I don't know. That particular play was my thought. So yeah, it was Ustari 5.9, Cello 6.0, Lujan for Chris 6.5, and Segovia, podcast favorite 6.5.
Shame.
Podcast favorite.
I hate seeing Segovia down there.
Oh, that's your favorite.
Such a
That's
shame.
that's right. It was Chris's favorite heading into the season.
Yeah,
You love
because
him.
he has so much talent, but again, I think he's just playing in the wrong position.
At this point, we're just like hoping to God that Baltasar Rodriguez just saves us.
Chris
Because
is
right
just a
now,
big.
it's
Chris is
very.
just a big Tabasco fan, and he heard his name was Tabasco, so and he
Love-
got real excited.
Do you remember when I said in the beginning of the year? Do you remember this? How crazy! What a hot take this was. Where I said we're not gonna miss Gomez this year. No, why? Why would
I'm
we
so
need
happy
him?
for him. I'm so
We have
happy for
two
him.
guys. We have two guys that can do it instead of just one.
Yeah,
Allende fell off. Segovia has done nothing.
Segovia has
couldn't have been
literally
any more
vanished.
wrong.
Allende's become a turnover machine. Every time he
Oh
touches
my
the ball,
God.
it bounces the wrong way.
What a sad story. I would never want to read this book. All right, and then
Before you
man
get
of
to
the
the
match.
next before you get to the next ratings, for
Go
those
ahead.
of you who don't have it yet, SofaScore, we got a link on the bottom. Go ahead and download it. You can see all the scores we're talking about. Obviously, it's not the end all be all. We use it as a way to tie in everything that we've seen
Just
to
a
the
reference
match,
point.
but it is awesome. It has all the scores, stats,
Betting
not even
stats
just for
too.
not even just for soccer. It has every sport that you could think of. It's all there. So check it out. Links below. Go ahead and download it. Jose,
Oh.
man of the match. Go for it.
Man of the match. Oh, did you want us to talk about that one?
Yeah, just real quick. Vice Rojas says, imagine having somebody like Yamal or Yorkis. No, like those caliber players, those young, amazing players, just don't come to the MLS. Like you have to find them and hope nobody else sees them.
You're saying that you would not want Yamal on our team?
No. Oh yeah, never.
I would love him on our team. I just don't think he would ever come to our team.
No, there's no
Well,
chance.
Yeah, man of the match. This the same
Who do
FIFA
you-
career mode.
Wait, let's guess. Let's guess man of the match.
Yeah,
I mean, is there really
Messi.
anyone else?
It's Messi. Yeah.
it's just Messi.
It's
That's
gonna
just
be
'cause
Messi.
It's just Messi. Messi had an
Oh wait,
8.0.
so let's guess
Yeah.
second best.
Yeah,
Alba.
it's not. Chris, you
Yeah,
good?
because he's a defender.
I'm gonna guess. I'll guess. Geez, no one had a good game. Let's go with Boosie.
Messi had an 8.0. Boosie had a 7.8. He didn't have a bad game at all. But
Yeah, I thought he
felt
was
like
okay.
he was doing pretty good, trying to hold the pitch on their side of the third, but didn't do much for us, man. That ultimately a lot of it was ineffective all around because it kept scoring on us. To
I
be
mean,
honest,
most of those goals came like in a flurry at the end. It was
like
2-1.
a lot of dumb goals. Like
I
think
mean, it
about
was
the
a lot
goals.
of
It
set,
was
a lot of set piece, a lot of set piece goals.
set pieces.
We had a Munchkin lineup out there. Of course, the set pieces are going to hurt us.
That's what
against
happened.
against the attackers that they had. I mean, I forgot. I can't pronounce that guy's name, but the guy was an animal. The guy who kept bullying Noah Allen all match. I don't know what his name is.
All of them did.
There
Chris.
was don't they have your boy, but he came in the second half.
No.
Bright 7.4, by the way.
That was gonna be my second guess, but I went with Boosie. I thought he was more noticeable to me today.
What was that?
Good call. Good call.
So we got here right now.
It's a brutal match. Like, I almost wanted to go back on vacation after I saw that. I'm pretty sure I popped a blood vessel in my eye watching that garbage. You really expect more from this group, and I don't know how many times we can say that. Actually, I don't know, it's not working out, but
Longwayne.
Excuse me?
That
Sorry,
guy.
what did you just say?
That guy.
What did you call me?
I don't see it.
Bongukle Longwayne. 6'1".
All right. Well, that
forward,
was terrible.
bullying Allen all night long. But he's a big dude.
Not bad.
Yes, you can say about everybody that they bullied us as a team.
Yeah.
They were going for set pieces, and they were like, these little guys can't hang.
I haven't seen us get
Noah
nutmegged.
Allen and Messi guys. not tall enough.
We were getting nutmegged with some pretty regularity in this match, and like that happens maybe once or twice a match. I feel like it happened like 5 or 6 times against us. I'm like, how does this keep happening? Like
This
they were
is a
just
good.
schooling us.
This is a good question, folks.
I was gonna
Hot-
get something before that. Go for it.
Oh well, should I should I hide it?
No, it's fine. We could do it, and then we
Everybody,
could do it. It
forget
makes
what you
sense. We'll go
saw.
with the other one.
This
Men
is
in
our
Black.
second. This is our second comment about this. It says,
Yeah.
"What are the chances Muskie gets mid-season sacked?" Mask out.
Zero chance. Zero chance. One, we're not going to be able to find a replacement. Two, he's everyone's BFF on that team. They're not going to.
I don't know, man.
Get rid of him like
won't-
that so quickly. They're not going to embarrass him like that so quickly. They just won't.
I think we're getting embarrassed. He's getting embarrassed. He might quit himself. How about that?
Yeah,
He
like
might
They're
quit
not going to
himself.
make. They're not going to make Messi
Chris.
unhappy. If Messi's
Chris.
truly his best friend and all this crap that we've heard,
yeah, that's
Messi's
the
not
move.
going to allow
the
it.
move is the second Messi signs the extension. That's when you fire Mascherano.
That's why he's being smart and not signing it.
Then
I don't
question
get
that
it,
I
though.
wanted to lead up to, which kind of that actually it's a good segue into it. Vice Rosa says everyone is saying Busquets can potentially be a good coach. I'm in the middle of it, just can't see it, but I'm very wary of them trying it. My problem with that, it's another
We need
friend.
somebody. Yeah, we need
I don't
somebody
want
who's like.
anymore.
We actually need a tactician. You know, and it's hard because it's hard to manage these great
It's like
players who've already
Zidane.
accomplished so much. But you need somebody who can develop the other guys. You know, like how many times do we keep saying these guys have to rise to the occasion? They have to rise to the occasion. They have to move forward. They have to progress. They need to take that next step. We need a tactician.
This is the thing. Like, I will say one thing. We are, yeah, like Chris, you're saying that the biggest drawback to fire him right now, after getting, I mean, the worst thing about us is that we're not consistent at all, and that I believe is a coaching issue. We're not
No, we're
tactician.
consistent. We're consistently bad.
No, we had a 4-1 victory the other day, right? 3-1. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you don't know what to go off of, but we're 5 games away from a huge Club World Cup that there's not one coach that wouldn't want to be a part of that. You know, I mean, that's a hell of an opportunity, and we're right now. It looks like we're gonna fumble the bag in such a sad way. It's gonna be embarrassing for all of MLS. Nobody wants that.
They're gonna blow up the stadium.
It's gonna be horrible.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just sad what we're seeing from Mascherano. He was the horrible pick. A bunch of people that knew who he was saying it. We didn't have an opinion just because we never seen him really manage anything. But everyone that had experience watching him in the youth team in Argentina saw it. And they were saying it, the guy sucks. And right now, you know, he had a hot start. He started well. You know, we were happy in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it just took a quick downturn, and it just looks ugly, and it's getting uglier by the match. All these big names are nice, but I really don't think we're gonna get any of these big names that people are bringing up.
Why not?
I don't think anyone wants to come here to Inter Miami, a big name like that. You need to get someone that has MLS experience, that knows how to handle the MLS environment, the multiple games in a row, the
19,000
long
fans
traveling,
today. That environment.
Not that environment.
get
I'm talking about what MLS is. You know, MLS is very different from the European leagues. We need someone with that. It's great to want all these big names. It's nice and all that, but at the end of the day, we're not going to get any big name coaches. We're not going to get any big name players probably after Messi. It's going to be very difficult. So let's stick to the MLS. Get someone who has that experience, and that's what we got to go with. You know, these big names are nice, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to be that difficult for us to get a big name once Messi leaves, because Messi's going to always be a part of this club. He's gonna have ownership stake.
He has the option to be.
You don't think he's going to take free money and have the ownership stake?
Maybe he's so embarrassed right now, he's going to say no.
No, man. You kidding me? It's literally free money that he'd be turning down. He's going to be around this club, and it's going to attract aging stars. And also being in Miami proper, like not playing in off Commercial Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale. You'll be playing in Miami. So it's a completely different vibe. I think that there is a path after Messi. I saw in the Discord somebody was like, "Oh, the next decade's gonna be grim," and I disagree. I think there's things to look forward to. Obviously, you're not gonna find Messi, but there are other names out there that will be willing to come, just because Messi will be part of the orbit of the club
I just think you need MLS experience is my opinion in it.
for a manager. Yeah,
If you look at all the MLS the good MLS coaches right now, they all come from some sort of MLS structure. They've been in the MLS for a while. They know how to handle the situation. Yeah, there's 19,000 fans, but that's not the point. The point is the MLS is just different. It's not the same as any European league.
that's why Tata had success, because he was a championship winning MLS coach.
Yeah.
Well, I will say something that I'm sure folks are looking at right now, and I don't know how that translates. But did you guys see the most recent 50 most valuable clubs list?
Yep. 19 MLS teams. But you know why? Because we don't have a salary cap. We're not spending money on all these players and all that stuff.
Because
Why
we
it's
do have
there.
a salary cap.
I'm sorry, because we do have a salary cap. I misspoke. Because we do have a salary cap. We're not spending money on all these players. They're holding all of this cash. They're making money. I mean, all this Apple deal, all this stuff, you know, they're making money. It is what it is. But if we have a salary cap, there's obviously teams that have the money to spend the money. Now, if they spend it or not, that's the other question. We don't know, right?
You saw teams like Real Madrid on that list, for example. Obviously, they're almost. I think they're number one. Or
and I think we had 5 out of the top 20 MLS.
Yeah, yes, and we were up there with LAFC.
Yeah.
And I think it was like 3 clubs that it was Atlanta, Miami, and LAFC. I think that were the most valuable ones. And what's funny is that if you look at the revenue that they actually bring in a per year basis, it doesn't match up to those teams at all. Like they're in the Premier League, but there's teams that I would think they're like whatever, they're not that good. They're raking in more money than most MLS teams, and I was like, they're not even good in the Premier League. You know, those particular teams. I'm like, did you see that? Did you see that list too? Because it said right next to it, like the most valuable.
But like what's an example?
How much they actually bring in, like money that they actually bring in.
But like, what's one of those examples of like
million.
a lesser Premier League team? Like, which one was it?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to like a lesser Premier League team. Like I think it was like West Hampton or something like that. It was
West Ham, but West Ham is a tradition club.
It was interesting. It was an interesting list. Like, but when you see how much these teams bring in,
It's also Sean Callahan. The TV deal for the Premier League is probably insane.
Wow. Yes, I think it was like 200 million that they were easily bringing in. It was like, what the hell, man? It's crazy. Like us, I think we brought in with Messi 89 million. Think about how many jersey sales we had. Real Madrid had 240 million. It's but that's why these teams are always going to be good. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly why. They're getting their money back. So it makes you think. You're like, okay, well, how can like MLS actually compete with them? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's hard to compete directly with them because we are a much newer league with very, very restricting rules when it comes to building your club. You're not putting your best foot forward to compete in these global competitions. Like you don't have the club for it. It's impossible. So until MLS really changes the way that they kind of hamstring their clubs with building their rosters, they're never going to be serious about competing in any of these tournaments. You just can't. You have, if you want to have the best team, you have to pay for the best team. That's how it works in all these clubs. They all pay.
These MLS clubs have the money to do it, but
No, I know, but they're hamstring that league is hamstring itself, and also because a lot of the owners are that mentality, that cap mentality, because that's how they're used to it with all the sports leagues in this country, and that's not how it works globally.
Here's a list. Oh man, freaking logos in the way.
God.
That's so annoying.
We only really care about numbers 8 through 25.
Yeah, but check it out here. 20 LAFC, 21 Galaxy, 22 Inter Miami.
Yeah.
I mean,
We should
impressive,
put like a fun Twitter like one of those graphics that everybody like copies and shares it and stuff, and look for like a very very well known team and just put a bunch of them and just put Inter Miami like way higher, just to piss off those collective teams.
Should
When I say we should,
start working on it.
When I say we should, David and I really mean what do we mean, David?
Not us. Either Julio, Chris, or one of you guys in the chat. Like, who knows?
Us. We
Us
should.
collective. The royal we.
Yeah, whatever. Salary cap sucks at times, but who knows? Even if we didn't have a salary cap, are these teams are going to spend the money like you said, David? They're used to that salary cap.
I would love to see it because I feel like Miami would be one of those teams that would just start throwing
Blow it
money
out of
hand
water.
over
Well, that's
fist.
everyone's argument, right? Everyone's going to say, "Oh, it's only the 3 teams in the league that'll start throwing money at everything."
Look at Major League Baseball, where you have the Los Angeles Dodgers. We're spending like 15 times the amount that the Florida Marlins or the Miami Marlins are.
Yeah.
It's just I see the argument of the parity and the no fun and all that stuff, but that's when you get the relegation talk in there. Like, spend your money, let's get involved, or you're out of this division.
Right.
And I know
That
those
makes total
conversations have been had, but again, good luck convincing these owners that their investment is going to be in danger, in peril of being subjugated to relegation. I just don't see it happening. As healthy as it would be for the league, these guys are selfish. I mean, they're in the interest of making money first and foremost, and that's unfortunately the way. Are we wearing the same shirt? What's going on here?
No, I'm wearing a Inter Miami shirt.
I'm wearing just a white shirt.
I'm embarrassed to wear this today. All right, well, let's whip it around the league real quick before we end this thing. Whip it. So, Inter Miami, we lost today, but didn't hurt us as bad as it really should have.
West Coast, right? It's a Western Conference.
It was a Western Conference team, so that's good in itself. So we still got the same guys ahead of us. We got Cincinnati at 25 points. We got Columbus at 25, Philly at 23, and we're at 4th at 21. So we're still up there. Nashville's right behind us right now. If the score sticks, they're winning. They'll stay at 20 points. So they'll still be behind us. Hopefully they lose today. Charlotte right behind them is losing. They're at 19 points. If Charlotte somehow wins that match, then they'll jump us for that 4th position. Western Conference, tonight's match helped Minnesota just kind of climb up a little bit. They're always in 2nd, but they're just a little closer to Vancouver. They're at 22 points. And then Supporters Shield is basically Vancouver number 1 because Vancouver's freaking awesome this season. Cincinnati, Columbus, Philly, Minnesota jumped us in the Supporters Shield tonight, and then Miami at 6. So that's really where we got behind today. Is the Supporters Shield because Minnesota actually jumped us, unfortunately.
Did this happen?
Yeah, Upcode Series, Red Bulls dropped 7 on Galaxy, 7-0 against Galaxy.
What a disaster! I thought we had it rough.
They haven't won a game yet.
It's pretty
They haven't
bad,
won a
Bob.
game yet.
Are they also going to the Club World Cup?
No.
I thought they were.
No,
Isn't there
what's happening is the LAFC versus America, I believe it is.
Yeah, Club
America. May 31st is the play-in game. So whoever wins there gets that empty spot from
I forgot who vacated it.
I think it was Club Leon.
It was Leon.
Because they had the same owner as someone else, Pachuca or something. I don't know who it was. So they according to the rules, they couldn't have the same owner, and one of them had to drop. So we'll see what happens there.
Damn, I would be pissed off if I was that team, huh? I earned it, and it's because of your owner.
Yeah.
Well, it's a conflict. It's a conflict of interest. It could potentially be a conflict.
Yeah. They play each other. One loses, and whatever. Anyways, so that's around the league. Miami is not horribly impacted by tonight, but we'll see. You got anything else to add, fellas?
Done.
David? No. All right, everyone. So thank you for joining us again. It was a pleasure. Please like and subscribe below. It's free 99. It helps us out a lot. Check out the links. All of our socials are below. Our Patreon is down there. And download SofaScore. Link is below as well. Again, thank you guys for joining. We'll see you next time. We'll probably have a midweek preview for the next match. We have a whole week, I believe, break, so we'll probably do a preview at some point. So appreciate y'all. Thanks for the support, and we will see you next time.